on, because tonight will the APA, the American Psychiatric Association, was very clear what they meant when they termed pedophilia a sexual orientation. They meant that it's unchosen, manifests during puberty, and cannot be changed. That's, in a nutshell, what being an orientation means. Anything else is in your imagination. The DSM-5 introduced the distinction between paraphilias and paraphilic disorders. The only considers an individual as, considering an individual as having a paraphilic disorder if he experiences distress or acts upon it in ways that harms himself or others. In the case of pedophilia, that would mean if the individual feels distress over being a pedophile, or if he commits sexual abuse of a child. In all other cases, the individual has just a pedophilic sexual orientation. Diagnostic features. The diagnostic criteria for pedophilic disorder are intended to apply both to individuals who freely disclose this paraphilia and to individuals who deny any sexual attraction to prepubertal children, generally age 13 years or younger. And so now they got in the LGBTP for pedophile movement has went into the elementary schools and the pre-K and the junior high, because what? Because they want the prepubescent, the prepubertal, as this article calls it, children. So despite substantial objective evidence to the contrary, examples of disclosing this paraphilia include candidly acknowledging an intense sexual interest in children and indicating that sexual interest in children is greater than or equal to sexual interest in physically mature individuals. So if individuals also complain that their sexual attractions or preferences for children are causing psychosocial difficulties, they may be diagnosed with a pedophilic disorder. However, if they report an absence of feelings of guilt, shame, or anxiety about these impulses, and are not functionally limited by their paraphilic impulses, according to self-report or objective assessment, or both, and their self-reported and legally recorded histories indicate that they have never acted on their impulses, then these individuals have a pedophilic sexual orientation, but not pedophilic disorder. It's true that they backtracked and changed the wording from sexual orientation to sexual interest, although too late to affect the printed edition, but they clearly did it for political reasons, not because new research appeared that led them to change their mind. By the way, let me remind you of another sexual orientation that used to be listed on the DSM as a mental illness, homosexuality. So just because pedophilia is now there, it doesn't mean that it should be. So with that said, folks, because none of us are